Welcome back, fight fans, to Sunday Night Fights. This is the ace game between Symbiosis and Sepha. Best of 3 competition for our second quality tourney spot holder. Tommy, I am out of breath after that last matchup between these two guys on Langris. I don't think I have seen a player hang on as long or behave in a more desperate situation trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat like we just saw Symbiosis do in this last game. I mean, there were at least 6 times where I said, okay, you can just give it up now, man. It's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen. And yet, he soldiered on all the way to the end, and I got to tell you, give me your analysis. Even as he was trying to knock down that last VP point, if it hadn't have been for the VP points, he probably could have fought on for another couple of minutes because he was repairing his headquarters. I mean, wasn't he still in sort of a good position with that Panther?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of get the impression that Sepha was almost had a bit of a fear of like, oh shit, kicking in near the end there. So he was kind of sending a lot of units just get the fucking VPs. So I don't know. I mean, you know, he had lost so much, and Sepha still had virtually everything besides the Hellcat rush, which you know all died. That was one very cost-efficient Panther. But aside from that, Sepha just needed to group up his units a little bit, and he had Vet 2 rifles, Abound, Shrek'd up rifles, still had flamers. I don't think it would have gone differently, even without the VPs.
Well, either way, it was a great game, and our fans think so too. We broke a record, about 975 viewers concurrently on the channel, which is fantastic. Everybody knows that Sunday Night Fights is the place to be for the very best Company of Heroes games, and we'll be giving away our final 3 beta keys at the conclusion of this ace game, where we will have our victorious champion in this best of 3 round between these two guys. So this is going to start here on Langris as soon as we are ready. I'm going to follow Symbiosis in the North as Americans. I know that my co-caster, Ami Policifunk, is a big fan of Sepha, and so am I, but I'm really rooting for Symbiosis this time. I mean, he really impressed me with his ability to hang on to the very end, keeping it cool and not making any mistakes, except, of course, losing the game. That would be the big mistake. But other than that, he played great, and I really think he's going to do a great job with Americans next. So are you cool with following Sepha with his vaunted Wehrmacht in the South?
Oh yes, and I can only guess that Sepha had faction choice through VPs, as he's chosen Ver on Longra. That said, we've seen 2 US wins on what is ostensibly a Wehrmacht-favored map, so I don't know what's going on tonight.
Well, anything goes in this final game. So I am ready. If our cameraman NTD is also ready, we're paused at 5 seconds. I am going to open up this last Game 3, this ace game, to determine our winner tonight with a big let's get ready to rumble. So are you ready, viewers? Block your ears, shelter your speakers. Here it comes. Let's get ready to rumble! Yes! And we'll get started here. The clock is at 5 seconds, and the countdown begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And the clock is ticking at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good luck, have fun! These men certainly have had a lot of fun today, and probably a lot of intense moments, edge of your chair type of engagements. And we've got a barracks going up in Symbiosis' base.
Yeah, these guys are going to be coming to, even for players like Symbiosis and Sepha, great endurance players. They're going to be coming. The fatigue's going to be hitting them pretty soon, if not hitting them already. So they're really just got to pull something special out the bag now. I guess they're going to be both a little grateful that it's only a best of 3 and not a best of 5. Otherwise, they really would be playing all night.
Yeah, and I mean, let's remember, both these men also played all of their previous matches, too. I mean, they've basically been playing Company of Heroes all day. It's like what Sepha said when he was our guest caster in one of the first episodes, and he said, I'm just completely overwhelmed with the amount of Company of Heroes I've played today, and then I shoutcasted 5 games. So this is really the end of the day for these guys, and it's a marathon, not a sprint, and we'll see how it turns out here as they proceed into the field. Americans have their first rifleman on the field. Standard opening for Symbiosis.
Yeah, he's hitting the right side pretty hard, not even daring to try and cap the left, which I think is a good move. When playing longer, you want to try and prevent the aggressive pin if it does happen. That said, you know, Sepha, his kind of Wehrmacht playstyle doesn't really strike me as being someone who'd try and go for that kind of ultra-fast pin, especially if he does Voltvolk Sniper MG again, which, you know, didn't it kind of worked, but obviously he ended up losing the game, so I don't know whether he's going to change things up again this time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It is his, you know, pioneering strat. And now we're seeing, hold on here on the right-hand side, and we've got an engineer battle going on. Wow, Sepha's almost lost that engineer squad to those, I mean, that pioneer squad to those engineers, but they were able to escape in time. And now we've got big boy battle in the center between long-range Volksgrenadiers and long-range rifles, now backed up by a Jeep. I think that these rifles might end up winning this engagement, although it looks like Volksgrenadiers now coming up to save their brethren. Jeep pushing in progress. Oh boy, first Volks off the field. Rifle still in good shape. Looks like Symbiosis has got this one in the bag.
Yep, you got a couple of nice clean kills there. I'll be interested to see whether he decides to go for an MG next or a sniper. I mean, when you've seen the Jeep already on the field, I think it's a little bit risky to go for a sniper right off, because you've got nothing really to protect him. You got no Fausts, and Volt DPS isn't really enough. If the Jeep wants to kill the sniper, unless you have very good positioning like he had last time, the Jeep rushed him and the hedge saved him. But I don't know if he's going to be so lucky this time.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point. It could be when you do see that Jeep out there, you know, but then again, you know, Sepha's such a good player. I mean, we saw the same kind of thing in game one. I mean, despite the fact that there was a Jeep out there, he still had two snipers, remember? I mean, it's I think that seeing a Jeep on the field when you're at this level of play doesn't matter. I mean, Sepha can micro his sniper and do a good job no matter what. It looks like Symbiosis has locked down pretty much his entire side of the field, and he's begun to lay mines. He already laid mines down by the south fuel there, and now he's laying mines by the VP point in sort of an interesting place on the road. Maybe that's going to be for protection later. Not sure what that's all about.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is all just kind of insurance against a, you know, an aggressive pin move, because it will happen. It's just a question of when, really. Unless, you know, he has such a great US game that he's able to keep Sepha pinned on this side of the hedge all game, which is definitely possible.
Well, he's managed to put his riflemen in that very strong house and do some Jeep pushing here. These Volksgrenadiers are basically not getting any work done because General Jeep is pushing them around. Now the Jeep has finally decided to back off and allow these Volksgrenadiers to engage that house rifle squad. Now, you see, look, there we go. We got the Volks sniper right out in front of us, right here, just like you had predicted.
Yep, it's Voltvolk Sniper. MG is following up. I'm going to be interested. I think that Jeep is just waiting for an opportunity just to shoot forward, because the Jeep's had LOS over this area the whole time, so he knows that there's no mines to worry about. So I think he might be trying to go for it now.
Here's the opportunity right there. Exactly right. Excellently portrayed. And looks like that sniper's going to take some damage, but I have a feeling it's going to be able to escape just fine. Really no damage to the Jeep, just some worker shots from the grease guns. Should be no problem. And there's engineers there to repair it, no problem as well. Map control still remains about the same. We got a little bit of an American incursion into German territory. That important fuel in the upper left-hand corner is going to be taken down. That's something that Sepha probably really needs for teching, being that there's almost no fuel in his income now. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I'm really admiring the way Symbiosis is able to really just keep manpower losses pretty low. He lost a couple of guys on the rifle, capping the munitions down at the bottom, but aside from that, he's lasted sort of five and a half minutes into the game without really losing an awful lot. The Jeep has been kind of absorbing damage.
Yeah, that's true. And oh, look at that! You see that Symbiosis saw the mines going down by that southern hedgerow there in the center, and just flamed them to death while staying in green cover, which prevented a suppression. Look at these engineers are still able to not be suppressed due to that long-range green cover. It's almost like they're just laughing at the MG42. Like, yeah, I know there's an MG42 over there. It's no big deal. They're just going to shoot at us for a while.
Oh, another sniper retreat. Sepha really staying on his toes, not losing the sniper, but not getting a lot of work done with it either, having to constantly retreat it. 5 kills so far.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit more action here over by this munitions point. Volksgrenadiers going into that house. boy, they're under strength, and these rifles are really doing some serious damage. Although that little wooden house that the rifles are in, it has like no windows. Only one guy can shoot out of the window at a time, so there's not a lot of damage output capable in that area. But here comes the sniper. Sepha's sniper's going to come up and going to start plinking out riflemen out of that house. I think Symbiosis has got to leave. There's just no way he can stay put in that area.
Yeah, that house is sturdy, but it's not sturdy enough. I'm just wondering what the Jeep's doing. I mean, he's not charging the sniper. He's focusing on the Pioneers, actually.
Well, now we have Pioneers in that house. This is just sort of like a creep. Sepha's just really sort of creeping forward here and just trying to keep that Jeep busy. He's done a pretty good job also limiting losses himself, but now we've got Riflemen coming in. Oh my gosh, mines right to the face. Maybe that's, you know what, we didn't even see that coming. That's probably what Symbiosis was waiting for. He just kept baiting, you know, guys back, hopefully into that mine, and his trap was sprung. Paid right off.
Yeah, it was a nice little mine trick there, and still, you know, the enormous capping pressure by Symbiosis. You know, Sepha's gonna lose his plus 16 munitions. He barely had any fuel income this whole game. So Symbiosis just applying such great pressure. It's really fantastic to watch, especially on a map where it can be very difficult to fight there. So it's you know, it's refreshing.
Supply yard's gone up in Symbiosis' base. He's got, supply yard, instant supply yard, and now instant tank depot being built.
Oh, wow.
With 65 fuel in the bank, and you know what? He's got plenty of fuel income. I'm telling you, he's got plus 32, and in a second he's going to have like plus 42, I think is what it's going to be here when he gets this. Yeah, 43 now. So he'll have, he has manpower and fuel available for Sherman in just about 20 seconds.
That is a scary, scary prospect, and the sniper's getting rushed by rifles. Just managed to escape with the skin of his teeth.
Oh, Jeep! Here comes the Jeep! Oh, the Jeep catches him at long range. Yikes! Oh, that's what Symbiosis was definitely waiting for. Just swung around from behind and took out that sniper.
That was a nice move, and already Vet 1 on unupgraded rifles. I mean, it's really a testament to the use of the Jeep just to like act as just like a damage sponge and just increase the kill count for these rifles.
Well, now here, this might be the end of it.
1,015 viewers.
Wow, all right. Congratulations to
Holy
Sunday Night
shit.
Fights. We have a new record.
Hello, 1,000 people.
For those of you just joining us, if you are our 1,000th person, you win. You win a glass of scotch with Yoink. That's right. Yoink will fly you out to Los Angeles, and you can have a glass of scotch with Yoink. Congratulations on our 1,000th winner.
Your prize is listening to our dulcet tones, but that really is incredible. 1,000 views. Damn. Co2 is going to be huge, man. If this is Co1, if this is the 6-year-old game, you know, what's it going to be like with, you know, the new game? It's like Co on crack.
Well, while we were yammering about our 1,000th viewer just saw the Kriegsbarracks go down in Sepha's base due to off-map artillery. A great drop by Symbiosis. Now Sepha's in trouble because coming out of Symbiosis' base is a Sherman. So tell me, Tommy, if you have no Tier 2 and there's a Sherman on the field, how much trouble are you in?
Well, you know, considering he's only got the single Shrek, I'd say somewhere between fucked and triple fried fucked. You know, there's nothing that he can really do at this point except really just hope that Symbiosis plays conservatively with that Sherman.
Well, maybe he has fuel income that he can use. Oh, wait, that's not something he can do either. So there's no fuel income, no Tier 2, actually just the building going back up now. Sepha, it appears, is now on his heels as this Sherman creeps ever closer into German territory. Heavy cavalry for the Americans is not something that you want to see at this stage in the game without at least a couple of packs and Shreks on the field. And Alijaz just says messages to, I guess it's to Symbi, huh? Maybe? How's it going?
Yeah,
is that a message to Symbi or a message to Seph? Yeah, it is going pretty good for him right now.
I guess he doesn't want to get too full of hubris and say, oh, you know, I'm owning him. But I think it's safe to say, you know, Sepha's about to have no territory. He's about to lose all his territory except for 2 points either side of his base.
I tell you, Symbiosis must be feeling pretty good after last game when the situation was basically reversed, where he had no territory. Now it looks like he's the one who's dominating the field. This is almost a pin with a Sherman, although it looks like German forces have backed out on the backside of their base and they're sort of creeping around the backside. But Americans are just doing an incredible amount of damage here to these Shreks, the Shrek Grenadier squad that's sitting there. This MG42 is finally going to give them a little bit of relief and allow these Shreks to kind of back up a little. But boy, this is trouble right now. The entire field has now been capped for Symbiosis. And despite just a few German units that are out walking around out there, including one that's facing off against a rifle squad that's going to go down, this Volksgrenadier's got to retreat. Oh my gosh, almost didn't make it out of there. This is trouble. How can Sepha get out of this, Tommy? No answer.
with a hefty chunk of luck. I mean, you know, Symbiosis was in a bad position and came back from it. Oh, I mean, he still ended up losing, but he still came back from it. But he wasn't in, you know, down shit creek position, which is where Sepha finds himself right now.
Okay, so here we go. This might be the first sense of a breakout. We've got a Pak-38 combined with Grenadiers have been able to push this Sherman out of that munitions territory back into American lines. So here we go. Sepha has a chance to make a breakout. He's got troops healed and rallied. They can start pushing forward. It doesn't look like Symbiosis really has any infantry power on the field except for this understrength rifle squad that's coming up right behind this Pak-38. I think he saw that Pak-38, but he's got this Volksgrenadier squad he has to deal with first. Looks like he's going to make short work of it here. Volksgrenadier is taking a tremendous amount of damage. Oh my gosh, not a single casualty for the Americans, and that Volksgrenadier squad went straight down. Although now this MG42 squad is going to try and catch these rifles, or at least force them off the field here, off back behind the hedgerow.
I think, you know, Sepha's only hope right now of winning this best of 3 is to really just hope that he can hold a line that Symbiosis keeps on attacking, hope that he fucks up and makes a couple of poor flanks and just kind of runs into a for the fatherland med bunker, gives a couple of free Grens to Symbiosis. But, you know, that's really a perfect storm we're talking about, and I think Symbiosis is too good for that.
Well, you know, Symbiosis has been very busy in his base. He just used 2 squads to build his Howie. His 105 is now up, and now they're repairing that Sherman. So it's going to come back onto the field very, very healthy. And he's almost got enough fuel for a second Sherman should he want to engage that route of heavy armor company. Or I should say a heavy armor army. And you know, most of his infantry looks like it's all healthy, so he doesn't need to save his manpower for any sort of reinforcements. And now this 105 is landing shells probably where he guesses that Pak-38 was, although I think that Pak-38 is safely out of the range of those shells at this point.
There was actually an MG capping that point. That was why he originally fired the shells at it. But and now more attack down on the MG, and I don't know if Sepha does see it. I don't know if he's going to pack up in time though.
Made it out of there. Just barely made it out of there. Oh, more capping. Now look at that. Symbiosis is capping the fuel outside of Sepha's base. Oh, that hurts to lose that fuel point. I mean, you can usually say that that's a safe fuel point for you to keep, but even that's fallen to American forces. Boy, this is going to be tough. And here comes that Sherman. Vet 1 now back on the field going against unvetted Grenadiers. Oh, 1 tank shell shot almost takes him down completely. This Pak-38 is the only thing that's going to be driving this Sherman back at this point. And it looks like Symbiosis decides that discretion is the better part of valor and doesn't want to try a circle strafe at already 50% health. So, good for him.
And this med bunker has been pretty useless. It's allowed him to get some infield reinforcement, but aside from that, all the medics have been cut down on their way to try and grab some casualties, so no free Grens for Sepha. And now Vet 2 rifles against unvetted Volks. It's just not even a fair fight.
Yeah, but you know, maybe it's going to feed the medic bunker, which is what Sepha wants at this point. Did he go defensive, Doctor?
Unit down.
He did go defensive a little while ago, but we've not seen any use for the Fogland, I don't think. He did put up the med bunker, but quite late.
Interestingly, we have a mortar on the field. First time we've seen a mortar in this series on Sunday Night Fights.
That does seem like a weird choice for Sepha, I guess. I don't know. I mean, he has no territory, so I mean, the rifles aren't capping anything.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, and now it looks like we've maybe got on-map artillery. That 105 is shelling that med bunker, or maybe was it off-map artillery? Can't tell. No, it's on-map.
It's on-map artillery, yeah. It's coming pretty dangerously close to the sniper and MG, actually.
Oh boy, this Sherman is trying to engage this Pak-38 with infantry support, but that MG-42 was keeping that infantry down, but now it looks like that Pak-38 is down, and you know what, that Sherman, maybe he sees the strikes coming up and doesn't want to engage. You know, I like that Symbiosis, you know, he knows that this Sherman is the key to keeping pressure on Sepha, but he knows he doesn't need to use it like a battering ram to destroy Sepha's entire army. He just needs to keep Sepha busy with it, which he's doing very, very well. As long as he keeps this territory, I mean, Symbi is going to win no matter what, just by default.
Yeah, the only way he can lose is making bad attacks, but as you say, you know, he can sit back and just use the Sherman like a big old-fashioned infantry killer that it is, and you know, what can Sepha do at this point? Nothing really. He's just going to get pounded into the dust before he can build up a big enough army.
You know, and we're also seeing here Americans doubling down on infantry with this Thompson Ranger squad now on the field, and another Sherman is being built in Symbi's base. So we've got an extremely powerful, high-tier army now coming up onto the field, and Sepha has got to do something more than stay in Tier 2 with no vet if he has any hope of surviving.
He's actually getting himself a second sniper now after having seen that Ranger squad.
Well, that's a good start, but I don't think snipers are going to do very much against a second Sherman at this point. One pack is not enough for two of these big bad boys on the field. Oh, and now here we got rifles
no, and the
moving
sniper
forward.
is getting chased down as well. Oh boy, more artillery coming down around the med bunker. Destroys a Pioneer squad.
Ooh, boy, this is awfully low now. If it wasn't for defensive doctrine, that bunker would have been gone a long time ago. Wow, what just went down right by that med bunker?
Whoa! That was a whole Volk squad.
Oh, man, brutal. And now these Shermans are coming in, probably with an intent to destroy that med bunker. One of them hit a mine, destroyed its engine. It's not going to stop, though, this armored cavalry from doing their job.
Yeah, they're going to take down that med bunker. I mean, it is almost actually going to get a free Gren, which is just about the only kind of thing that would have taken Sepha back into the game is free Grens at this point. But even then, it's dubious as to whether vanilla Grens, unvetted, would do anything against Vet 2 rifles. I'd say probably not, except feed them more veterancy.
Alright, so here we go. The rescue squad for the Sherman that got injured is now repairing it, and Sepha unveiled his sniper, and we've got this rifle squad that's chasing it down. It's going to try. Don't think that that rifle squad is going to be able to catch him in time. We've got an MG-42 right here, repositioning quickly. The bulk of the German army now facing off against this lone rifle squad, and the sniper, I'm sure, is going to get back in.
Oh, Rangers chasing down the Axis sniper here! Rangers are on top of the Axis sniper. He doesn't realize, and he loses the Axis sniper to fired up Rangers.
Man. Well, he's got one more sniper still in his base trying to do some damage against these American forces that are coming in, but not against a Sherman, although the Sherman is facing off against Shreks, so he's going to have to pull it back just a little bit. Wow, a Vet 2 Sherman being repaired behind that house. I didn't notice it when he got second stripe of Vet.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, he hasn't run it in and got it killed. He's just been sitting back. He's plugging away at these Grens. These Grens not having a nice time. 50 cal gunner on top as well. It's just a horrible time to be Wehrmacht right now. And also, I mean, I'm amazed that Sepha even managed to get his fuel connected, but he has, which is surprising.
Okay, here comes the sneaky engineer squad. Take a look at what's going on in Symbiosis' base right now. We have a pioneer squad attempting to sneak all the way around. What are they doing? Is this some sort of attempt to get Viz on the Howie to drop something on there? What was that all about?
He's got no munitions, so I don't know what that was about. Like a tech scout, but he already knows that he doesn't need to tech scout because he knows he's being out-teched. He has been out-teched already, so I don't know what that was about really at all. Oh boy, there's
Yeah,
a
I mean, he
Shrek on the
knows there's a
ground.
tank depot.
Oh, there's a drop Shrek on the ground for the Vet 2 rifles.
Looks like those rifles are going to get it. They just need to crawl. Just must reach Shrek. Oh, they got it. And now they're double fucked. Sepha is in big trouble. He lost to Shrek. He's got Howie's going off in his base. Down goes his Wehrmacht quarters. Oh boy.
Enemy unit down.
So not even any more snipers, and down goes the MG as it packs up, salt in the wound. The army that Sepha had is now down to just a single regular fighting unit, which is that Volk squad. Everything else is support weapons.
Rifles engaging that sniper. Oh my gosh, they're going to take him down. Run, sniper, run. Oh man. And a stripe of vet goes to the rifle squad that takes down the Iron Cross holder. That sniper that did so much work has died. These riflemen now suppressed, but looks like they're going to get Viz on something. I guess that bunker for the on-map, off-map Howie, off-map artillery shots, I should say. Wow, lots of green numbers coming up there from that Pac 38 that went down, and just death and destruction outside of Sepha's base right now.
Well, Sepha managed to do a surprising amount of damage to those two rifles. All things considered, you know, he has 2 units right now.
Is that really all that Sepha has basically on the field is 2 units?
2 units, yep. That's everything. It's 2 units, 1 mortar, 1 half-dead Volk squad. They're going to have some heck of a story to tell to their wives and girlfriends.
We just got a GG well played by Sepha, perhaps preemptively ending this game. Although it looks like there is still action going on here. But yeah, with just 1 unit, oh man. Those Rangers almost had that Volksgrenadier down, but they don't dare enter that base there with defensive doctrine buildings pegging them with machine gun fire. Although, you know what? Long-range bazooka shots are going to take out that bunker. And artillery shots.
Yeah, and they've got their own nice little bit of green cover to hide behind.
Yeah, well, that's done. Now we've got an unprotected German base. Sepha really has no units except for understrength Volksgrenadiers and a mortar, so I think this is GG. Obviously, he said GG, but he's going to keep playing for a little while, maybe do some chatting with his opponent. Wow, I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Symbiosis said the first few engagements were really bad. That really did sort of shape up this game for the way it turned out today.
Yeah, I mean, the Jeep really did a lot of work there for Symbiosis. You know, it really did go in there, push around those 2 Volks, and those 2 Volks were on their own without an MG for so long. You know, when you do Volk Sniper MG, it is a nice strategy, but if there's a Jeep on the field, you've got no counter to it, no real sort of heavy DPS dealer until that MG comes out, which is not for a good few minutes. So it's a long time where the Jeep just really had his way with Sepha's units, and it shows.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen, oh my gosh, almost instantaneous death of that Pac 38 by American Shermans, and now as they move into the base here, it looks like that final base building that Sepha had built, Krieg's Barracks, is now gone, and we have a wholesale entrenchment of American forces in the final sector of Sepha's base. Oh, down goes the mortar, and all we have left is Volksgrenadiers. That's it. Looks like we have our winner, pretty much, of this second quali, or I should say the second match, best of 3. Oh, Vet 3 Sherman, very nice.
Yeah, because of course the actual guy who gets to go on and fight Armstrong will be whoever wins between Symbiosis and DevM, which is that's a heck of a grunge match. You know, those guys have played. Well, they played last week. Symbiosis handed it to DevM 2-0, so he's going to be eager to get his own back next weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, I really liked DevM's play in the first part of this episode of Sunday Night Fights. I mean, he just walked over Alliage, you know, and so it's clear that he has been practicing over these last 14 days, and the practice shows he is in shape. You know, he's like a runner who's been just running marathons, and his legs are just full of power and force, and down goes that headquarters building for Sepha, and it looks like this is the end of this game now.
But not before there's an 88 come up for Sepha.
Oh, where'd that come from? Jeez, I didn't even see that. How about that? Look, you know, that's the first time we've seen that built in Sunday Night Fights.
He actually kills one of the Shermans. But the Vet 3 Sherman will live to fight another day.
Yeah, wow, here we have German guns firing at each other. The captured Pak-38 now firing at this enormous, giant Flak 88 gun.
Stand firm, allies. The battle is ours.
And it looks like we're just about out of time. I can see on the clock here that things are just about over. Sepha just likes to fight all the way to the end. What building is still there? Ah, there we go. Okay. Sepha killed GG. NTD, please roll that beautiful Allies win video. All right. So is Ami here? Because we need to do something very important for our viewers. GG, by the way, to Symbiosis on a great win. And also Sepha, very well played. I'm sure they might be in our audience right now. That was an excellent matchup. But we do have something very special for our viewers. We have 3 more beta keys to give out. Are you ready to do that with me, Tommy?
Oh yes, I'm ready for that.
Oh yeah, well there's Ami, right there. I like. Can you give me a? Can you give me a but-up bump? Shh. Ami, do you know how to do that? Nice rim shot. Thank you very much. So the first announcement that we need to make is that Cake_God has not claimed his key yet. So this is now last call here for Cake_God. We want to give you your key that you won early on. You were the first one, I think, or the first or the second person to win. And if you don't claim it, we're going to give it away at the end of this little period here. So you need to go ahead and do that. But we're ready to draw a few more names. The monkeys in the back are ready to go. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Can I get a drum roll, please, Mr. Ami?
Keep dropping
And
sticks.
he dropped the sticks. You know, we only have the most professional people here on Sunday Night Fights. We have scoured the world for the most professional staff and team, and I just want to say thank you for everybody, including all of you who dropped the sticks. Okay, so our first winner of this final set of 3 keys, maybe 4, if Cake_God doesn't redeem his, is Seb Hoggene. It's SEB_Hoggene, Hoggene.
Hey, that's one
That's
of our
not
artists.
Seb. Is it Seb Hoggene? All right.
For the cool like rising sun graphics on that first fight card. He's gonna be. I think we're gonna see good things from him. He is a new artist contributing to SNF, so that is very cool. Welcome to the beta, man.
I see him. He is in chat. He is very excited. So congratulations, Seb Hoggene, for the win. All right, now let's go back into the monkey cave. They're very scared after we slaughtered one of the monkeys for the failure earlier on in the show. So now they're working double time now. There's also a Union picket line I have to cross to get there. It's very ugly. Very, very ugly. Our next winner, drum roll please. And Norman 6. That's, oh, sorry, excuse me. No, yeah, as it is Norman, not Noman. It's Norman 6. NORMAN_6. Congratulations, you have won a beta key. Hope you claim it quickly. I do not see him in the channel, but we will definitely give one out to you as soon as you PM Mr. General Hell. Also, we are still waiting for Cake_God. Cake_God, we do not see you yet. Please, if we do not have your PM by the time we give out our last key, we're going to have to give out your key to somebody else. And the monkeys have given us our final name. Our final name for today. Can I give drum roll, please?
Thank you. Thank you.
Legio X Roma. Legio X Roma. Legio_X_Roma. Legio X Roma. Congratulations. You have won the 3rd beta key of this particular period. Congratulations. Please PM General Hell. And you know what, General L, did we ever hear from Cake God? General Hell, are you with us? I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm wondering if we have to give out Cake God's key, sadly, to somebody else. All right, I'm getting a message from General Hell that is negative. We have not heard from Cake God. So will you please go back into the monkey cage? I'm going to give Cake God a 3 count. Please come. Going once. Going twice.
Going twice.
And it's sold to somebody new. Sold. We've already picked a name. The monkeys have thrown out a name. Please, a final drum roll for our winner for the 6th key on Sunday Night Fights Episode 3.
All right, I got to change it up a bit. I'm moving over to the plastic horn. This is one of my kid's toys from when he was a baby. Here we go.
What? You got cut off, man. You're going to have to give it to us again.
You didn't hear that? Here we go.
Wow, I like that even better. I like that better than the drum roll. But our winner is Quagmire NL. Quagmire NL, congratulations. You are the winner of our 6th and final beta key giveaway for this Sunday Night Fight Season 4 Episode 3 match up. Congratulations, please, PM General Hell. Quagmire NL. Congratulations. And that will be it for this edition of Sunday Night Fights on this Sunday. I hope everybody had a great time.
I had a great time.
It was good stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing Symbiosis versus DevM grudge match, and then in January my friend Aimstrong taking on one of them. I don't know. I think this SNF is just throwing out some of the best games that we've seen in Co ever, which, considering how many tournaments there have been, is incredible.
We saw a treat
I definitely
today.
think this was my favorite show, seriously. This was the best games we've seen so far, and they're only getting better. And I think our fans agree, having broken 1,000 viewers.
Woohoo!
Fuck yeah.
Well, thank you, Tommy, for joining us. It was great to have a guest caster, and also the Frontline Network is a great show. I've watched it several times myself. You and your co-casters do a really great job. So anyone that doesn't or still wants more Company of Heroes action, please check out the Frontline Network shoutcasts, which can be found where, Tommy? Where can we find them?
You can find those at youtube.com/The Frontline Network. I'm sure I can spam some links in the chat for you folks at home. That's myself and Fatal Saint. We just put out another episode on Friday. There'll be another one on Tuesday.
And NTD's got himself in the asterisks hat, or no, the pound sign hat. That's our secret tag name, Pound, 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 pound.
That's the password for my ATM. How do you guys know that?
Dang it!
Wow. Great.
All right, guys, since my cohorts here refuse to go off air, I will do the duty and say on behalf of Yoink and Tommy, our wonderful sender NTD who never misses the action, and our tournament director General Hell who's in charge of those damn monkeys, I am Amipoli Tai Funk. We had a blast tonight. You can catch the VODs on YouTube tomorrow. They'll be going up on our channel, and we hope to see you again at the same bat time on the same bat channel next week for Symbiosis and DevM Best of 5 on the new maps. That should be fun. Good night, guys.
GG. See ya.